Hello and welcome to Leigh's TV for this episode of Coach's Corner. Again, as ever, joined by head coach Paul Wingfield. And Paul, over the past 3 weeks we've had 2 games, one against Bradford Dudley Hill and one against Castlewood Panthers with a week off thrown in the middle there.
Yeah.
How are we travelling?
Going really well. The Bradford game was a really tough hit out. Credit to Bradford, they came down here and they just never gave up. In the second half we hit them with 17 out of 18 sets completed. They quite easily just given up and let us steamroll them, and they didn't. They really hung in there. It was an old-fashioned game at times, a little bit of slapping and verbals going on, a little bit of claret as well. You know, but the last 3 times we've played Bradford, I think it's been no more than 6 points in each game. So we knew it was going to be tough, and we had a week off, which we needed really because we had a few injuries, a few bodies were suffering, a lot of physio in those 2 weeks, and then we played Cass on Saturday. And we prepared well for Cass because Cass have had some really good results last 2 weeks. They pulled some lads in from other local amateur teams. They gave Featherstone Lions a really good run at their place, and then they beat Oldham St Anne's, I think it was 60 or 70 points. So we prepared really well. It was a good hit out on Saturday. Obviously a great win for us, 40 points to 8. 2 tries that we conceded were right wide, so again nobody's coming through the middle of us. I think that's the 4th game on the bounce now, and yeah, we got a good win in the end.
6 wins in a row now, Paul. Is that something you was aware of, or
yeah?
Is it a first time?
Yeah. No, obviously you know it's 6 on the bounce, but as I said, the last 2 weeks or the last few weeks, we're just taking each game as it comes. You know, it doesn't matter whether we're playing 1st, 2nd, 3rd or 4th or 7th, 8th or 9th in the league. It's just we just want to keep picking up 2 points. So yeah, it's 6 on the bounce. Hopefully this week we can make it 7. But we're on a good run at the moment. We're doing well.
After the Bradford Dudley Hill game, during the break that we had held a very good night down here. Stars in Their Eyes night.
Yeah.
You was there in the crowd. Your brother was singing. How did you enjoy the night?
It was great. It was fantastic. I mean, the club was packed. I mean, people were standing outside. It was a really good summer's evening as well, so people could stand outside. We had the benches out, and you know, we started early. I think people started coming in at around about 6 o'clock, or even earlier than that. And everybody stayed until late. Obviously, we had, I think it was 8 or 9 acts. Our kid did Elvis. Thank God he's left the building. But no, Dino got up with a few of the other lads with Queen. I thought they were fantastic. Yeah, it was a really good night.
What do you think of Louis Armstrong, Andrew Gregson? Turns it on, doesn't it?
Yeah, he was really good. He was really good. Obviously, he won it on the night, Louis Armstrong. Funniest thing was our kid though, he thought he was Frank Sinatra, which I've got no idea why he thought that. But yeah, it was a good night.
Earlier this evening, we launched our new website. That's gone live now. You've seen a few snippets over the past. What do you think of that?
Having running my own business, and obviously in other businesses before with websites, I know how difficult it is to get a website up and running. It's not an easy task, especially if you've got lots and lots of pages and you've got a database system and you need to populate it. It's not just a screenshot with a couple of paragraphs on it. So we've had a team of people who have worked really, really hard. Obviously these are people like the rest of us who don't get paid, it's all volunteers, but I know they've worked extremely hard. We've had sponsors chipping in as well. We've had the company that's done it for us, helping us out. Obviously I've been privy to the emails that have been going around, but this hasn't been my task, it's been the backroom staff, and they've done a fantastic job on it. It looks really, really good.
A massive thanks to our sponsors for that, and Techmark. This week, Paul, Featherstone Lions.
Yeah, obviously it's another big game. We're just taking each week as it comes. So you know, it's 2nd versus 3rd. So obviously it's a big game. But as I said before, it could be 6 against 7 or 7th against 8. It doesn't really matter to us. We just want to win each game. Obviously we're going to prepare well. I think probably Fed Lions when we played them early in the season, it was probably the best game that probably I've seen all season. You know, 2 really good sides, I think evenly matched. I like to use the centres, want to go forward in the middle. Obviously coached by Jamie Rooney, who's you know, an ex-pro, experienced lad, so well organised. I just think it'll be a really good game. It'll be a good one to watch on Saturday.
Over the past, well, a couple of months ago, we received a call about one of our players, and over the past week we've received another one. Adam Wilkes and Dean Barmer have been selected for representative rugby, something that we've missed here down at the club for about 2 seasons now. How does it feel that 2 of your players that have been playing this season have now been recognised higher up?
I think it's fantastic. I mean, the squad that I've got, we've got a really young squad, and a lot of them have played representative rugby. A lot of them have won a lot of cups as well. You know, national cup under 18s. You know, there's a lot of experience. Though it's a young side, there's a lot of experience. But I think over the next few years, hopefully, as we you know, we get better and we keep improving, that these lads will be more represented at the open age instead of the junior ranks. Obviously, Dean Barmer has been doing really well for us all season. He's been carrying the knock as well, which I think has made his performances even better. Adam Wilkes, again, is a young kid. He's coming from the 18s. You know, he's doing really, really well. He's got good footwork. He's a really positive talker. He trains very hard, not just here as well. You know, the lad goes to the gym. You can tell with his physique and his frame that he works hard, and he takes it really seriously. So for both of them, really, I'm really, really pleased. I think we've got to do some fundraising for them now. I think Dean's going to South Africa, and I think Wilkes is in Croatia or something like that. So obviously we'll get some events towards the end of the season and make sure we get the money for them.
Good. Thank you again, Paul, for your time. As always, straight off the training paddock. Next week we will look at this week's game against Featherstone Lions and review that. Thanks again to all our sponsors for the continued support, and thanks for watching Coach's Corner.